as much as I am annoyed by protecting the receivers and unnecessary roughness, that was about as egregious, and good job by the NFL kicking him out of the game, ejecting him, the penalty. That was dangerous not only to Ashton Dulin, the receiver here. Derwin James could have broke his own neck right there with the way he did that. That's the other thing too here. You got to protect that's just not necessary. Totally crazy 2022 for Derwin James, who I love as a player, to be lowering his head, crowning the helmet like that with all the knowledge we have, and just to do that to a fellow player in the NFL. I just was shocked by that he went that way on the receiver. I really was.
And he got up and made the argument that he hit him with his shoulder. Are you kidding me? He went, you know the first guy I thought of when I saw that hit? You know who I thought of?
Yeah.
See if you think of it. Who's the first guy you thought of when you saw that hit?
I thought.
Did you have a name that came to mind?
Like, I was thinking of like Chuck Cecil. Like that was that kind of.
I was thinking Andre Waters. I thought Andre
Waters.
Okay,
sure. Yeah. I was thinking that too. I was like, I haven't seen hits like that
his
since
move.
Those kind of guys. Right. That's lead with the crown of the helmet, try to knock the guy out. And as you saw there, one, it's scary for himself. He's lucky he didn't hurt his own neck, and he knocked himself out. He couldn't even stand up for 10 seconds. I'm going to be interested to see what happens there. He's obviously going to be in concussion protocol, and that one to me is egregious enough to really, in this day and age, deserve a suspension. I wouldn't be shocked if he got suspended for a game after that hit last night.
Yeah, I mean, that was as bad of a hit as we've seen. And if you go back and watch on YouTube games from the 80s and 90s, you see those hits all the time. And Andre Waters, I thought you'd think of him because your dad had to deal with him for over a decade as a member of the Eagles. And he was a guy, that played that way. Chuck Cecil was another one.
Yeah.
It was so commonplace back then. But that just shows you the progress the NFL has made. That when we see a hit like that now, I mean, they used to sell videos with hits like that.
Yeah,
on
right.
The marketing those kinds of hits. When we see it now, we are stunned. That's how this evolution of the NFL has occurred over the past 30 years. To their credit, they realized the sport wasn't going to survive if they didn't make it safer in that respect. So I agree with you. We see a lot of questionable calls along those lines. This one, no doubt. Ejection, necessary. Suspension, justified. And Derwin James came out of that worse than Ashton Dulin.
Definitely.
Look how he struggled to get up.
Exactly.
This is a rule that isn't there just to protect the guy who gets hit.
Right.
It's there to protect the guy who does the hitting.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's where it goes both ways with that one. And that was dangerous to the way he lowered his head. And as wobbly as his legs were, I mean, his right leg, he couldn't even stand up, but he stayed on a knee for like 7 or 8 seconds. So, that's about protecting everybody. And Derwin James, I love watching him play. I was just shocked he kind of went that aggressive, that old school, with as knowledgeable as he is. That's where that was a little surprising.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.